So now let's see how we can create a new worksheet. To create, so I'll just delete the dashboard and story that are present here. Okay, now let's see how do we create a worksheet, dashboard and story. So here you have three icons. The first one represents new worksheet. So I click on it, I'll get a new worksheet. If I want a new dashboard, I have to go to this icon. If I click here, I get a new dashboard. And you see the left pane is completely different from that of worksheet. And if I want a story, I'll click on this icon. So the other way to do is right click here and we can select new worksheet, dashboard and story. Okay, right click here and you'll get it. So if you want to work on, so if it's like, if you suppose you have the data here in this sheet, you have visualizations and you want to work on modify this, but you want to store this data as well. What you can do is you can right click on it, you can say duplicate. So all the data will get copied to this sheet and you can modify it in this sheet. So the sheet 1 will not even get affected. Whatever modifications you're doing, you can do it in sheet 1 too. You can duplicate sheets, dashboards and stories as well. Okay, so now I'll just delete this. Let's delete it. Okay, now if you want to rename any tab, just double click on it and say first sheet. So when you have a lot of tabs, this area could get very messy. For example, you have 3-4 sheets, you have 2 dashboards, you have 3 stories, right? This area gets very messy. So what I would suggest you to do is name your tabs very properly and use colors to group it. So suppose I have a couple of worksheets here and dashboards. What I'll do is I'll click on all, I'll hold down the control key and click select all the worksheets and I'll right click and I'll say color. I'll give blue color to my worksheets. I'll do the same to my dashboards and I'll give brown color to my dashboard. So it becomes very easy to distinguish which is what. Okay, now it becomes very easy to separate the tabs and we can work on it without any confusion. So if you come at the right bottom, you have 3 buttons here. So these buttons, you can change and adjust the interface of the workspace area. So the first option here, this is very handy if you have a lot of tabs. So you can see all your worksheets here and you can jump into a particular worksheet by clicking on it. The second option, it provides you an overview of your worksheets. Okay, but the problem with this is it takes a lot of space. If you have a very big screen, then this will be a good one to use, but I generally prefer the third option, which is the default one. So this will be good enough if you name the worksheets wisely and use the colors to group your tabs. Now I'll just let me again delete all of these. Okay, so now let's talk about the toolbar we have. As you already know, this Tableau button helps us to navigate between the current page and the start page. After that, there are 2 arrows. This is undo and this is redo. The shortcut for these is Ctrl Z and Ctrl Y respectively. And then there is a save icon. If I save on it, you can see there are 2 extensions I can save my workbook with. TWB is Tableau Workbook extension. TWBX is Tableau Packaged Workbook. Okay, in the Tableau Workbook option, you can save only the structure of the charts you created. You don't save any data with your charts. So the TWB extension doesn't save any data. However, in the Tableau Packaged Workbook option, you save your charts with the data. So the difference between these two is basically storing charts with or without the data. So if you want to share your project with someone who does not have access to the data source, you should share your project as Tableau packaged workbook. Okay, let's close this. Now the database icon here with a plus sign opens. If I click on it, it opens the same connector screen that we have seen in the start page. Okay, so you don't need to go to the start page if you want to connect to a new data source. You can directly connect it from here. And then these three icons here are creating, duplicating and clearing the worksheets. But I prefer to create the worksheets and duplicate it from here and right clicking it rather than using these two. One button that is important is the clear worksheet button. So if you want to remove all the fields from the view, you should click on this button. Uh, Alternatively, you can use Shift plus Alt plus Backspace, which is a shortcut. So the next button is swap button. It swaps rows and columns. For example, let me add category and sales. Okay, we'll add category to columns and sales to rows. Now you can see category is in columns and sales is in rows. Now if I click on this swap, sales comes in the columns and categories goes to the rows shelf. So you will swap the rows and columns while doing your regular work. You'll swap it so often that it will be very important when you're designing your dashboards. And the next two buttons are sort buttons. So this is sort by ascending and this is sort by descending order. So you'll use both of them quite often. Now let's continue with the fit option. So what we'll do is when you need to use a different fit for your chart, you can arrange it from this drop down. For example, okay, a lot of times we use this standard, but sometimes you may need to change it. So what we'll do is, let's go to this show me and let's create a pie chart. Now if you see, the size of pie chart is very small. So let's change it. Let's change it fit to entire view. So now it is easier to see the pie chart. So this fit button will be very important when designing the dashboards. So the next button is for to start the presentation. So once you click it, if you want to close the presentation, you can close it by clicking escape button. And then there is share icon. So this is to share your solution via Tableau server or Tableau online. So you will learn these details in the course, but in the later section. Now let's remove all the data by clicking on this clear worksheet. Okay. Now let's take a look at so now let's take a look at what views, date hierarchies and filters are. Okay, let's create our first view. First of all, what we'll do is we'll remove this thing. Let this be as a fresh one. Okay, now we need to connect to our data source first. So what we'll do is we'll go here, Microsoft Excel. We will use this sample superstore. Okay, now this file contains data about the USA stores, the orders. If I drag it here and if I go to this, yeah, so as you already know, this page is a data source page. And okay, now let's go to the sheet and now let's analyze the data. As you already know, Tableau automatically separates the fields as measures and dimensions. Discrete fields are blue and continuous fields are green. Now let's drag the order date field to the column shelf. Okay, now this is a dimension. Order date is a dimension and it has blue color, so it is a discrete dimension. So as you can see, we have headers which shows 4 years. So if we add a discrete field to our view, we get headers. We can also call it as labels. Now you can see there is a plus sign before this name. So this plus sign indicates that order date field is a date hierarchy. So it's a hierarchy. So let's add sales to the rows shelf. So we know that the sales field is measure and it is green in color, which means it is continuous measure. So as you can see, the name of this field has changed to sum of sales. So this is because measures are automatically aggregated when you add them into the views. So the default aggregation for this measure is sum. So you can change it to other aggregations by clicking on this drop down and going to measure, and here you can select average, median, count, anything, right? So we will cover these later, but for now let's leave the aggregation as sum. So we have a chart which shows the sum of sales each year. So we have added a continuous field and a discrete field. The discrete field has given us headers and the continuous field has given us axis in our view. So basically when you add a discrete field, you will get headers, and when you add a continuous field to the view, you will get axis. Now let's drill down into our data. Click on this plus button. So our new dimension, which is a quarter field, okay, this divides the view into separate areas for each year. So we have 4 years, and for each year we have 4 quarters. So there are in total 16 data points here. So you can click here plus to drill down more further, or you can click on minus to drill up. Now let's add another dimension to know more about our data. Okay, what we'll do is we will move this category field to the rows shelf. Right, now we have sum of sales by quarter for each category. Now we can also add another dimension to the color mark. So what we'll do is let's add segment. Okay, let's add segment to the color mark and see what happens. You see, it has divided the category into, as per the segment. Each segment is represented with a separate color. Now let's add one more measure. Let's double click on this discount. Sorry, not discount, we'll remove discount. Okay, anyways, discount is also fine, but what you can see is it has added sales and discount to the same here, and the chart has become very messy. So let's remove discount for now. Now we want to see how quantity is varying per year or per quarter. So what we'll do is we'll move this quantity to the size mark. So when you drop it here, and you see the sizes of these lines have changed. The thickness of the line is changing according to the sum of quantity for that particular segment, category and date. So for this particular segment and for this particular category and for this particular date, the thickness has increased, right? In this 2018 it is very visible. So we can say that there's a dramatic increase in the quantity that was sold at this point. Now let's focus on a particular time period. Okay, now for that what we'll do is we will drag this order date into our filter. Okay, now since our order date is a hierarchy, Tableau needs to know the level of hierarchy that you're looking for. So let's say we want to select years. We'll select years as hierarchy. Now you can see the list of years. So let's select 2018 only and click OK. And you see you get only for 2018. You get category and segment, and based on that sales and quantity order only for 2018. So suppose now you want to edit filter, what you can do is you can double click on it and say you want to add 2017 as well. Just click on it and say OK, and you have 2017 and 2018 data together. But do you have to go to this edit and every time you want to change it? No, just click on this drop down and say show filter. Now here you have got this filter. What you can do is you can directly click from here, select and unselect whatever you want, right? Now what you'll do is let's add another filter. So we'll put category into filter. So let's right click here and say show filter. You can see categories added here, and we got the filter legend as well here. So if you don't want to select filter future furniture and technology, and if you want to see only office supplies, then you can just remove it. You can also change the location of filters. If you want to move it here and maybe move this here, and say we do not want these cards so that our area increases, we can do that as well, right? So that the middle area and the view size increases. So let's revisit all the topics we have covered till now. We have learnt about start page, which consists of three areas: connect, open and discover. You also got an overview of the available data source connection types. Then you learnt about the data source page. More specifically, you learnt about left panel, canvas, data grid and metadata grid. You also learned how to select multiple columns in data grid. Later we looked at all the elements in the workspace, and then we created a sample view using dimensions and measures. You learned the basics of date hierarchies, filters, color mark and size mark. We also saw that if we add a discrete field to view, you will get headers, and if we add continuous field to view, you will get axis. So I hope this was informative, and if you're interested to learn more about Tableau, you can check out our online courses at rootfabric.com. Happy learning!